Hello and welcome back to Grim Survival. This is going to be another bad news video because that's really the only kind of news you can find, and really the only kind of news that most people care about anyway is bad news. So that's what we're talking about. But first, this came from my glasses, and it was like a little raw spot because I don't wear glasses very often, and I picked it off there. Now I got a big red spot on my nose. Yay. Um, Update on pain. Yeah, it still hurts. I'm about a number 3 on the pain threshold, 1 being like a pinch, 10 being passing out from pain. I'm at about a 3, so I'm managing it fairly well without the help of painkillers today. I'm still keeping up with the antibiotics and the faith. So thank you guys for that. I appreciate all of your support and prayers. I really do. Um, yeah, bad news. It's getting worse. But yeah, bad news. What can you say about it? This video may or may not stay up on YouTube. It's questionable at best. I am going to upload it to Rumble within the next day or two. It takes Rumble quite a bit longer to process videos and get them online, so that's the reason for the delay over there. But I'm going to put it up regardless if it gets taken down here or not, just to have a backup, because that's really what Rumble is. It's just a backup to YouTube. That's why I don't post a lot over there, because I'm still able to post on YouTube. So in the event that I cannot post on YouTube anymore, I will be posting to Rumble. I have attempted to use Rumble a little bit for posting the unlisted videos up on my Patreon account, and it hasn't worked out too well. So I'm looking for alternate means of posting things onto my Patreon without YouTube involvement whatsoever. So keep that in mind. So I am not on painkillers right now. I have not been, doing anything that's going to make me loopy like the last video I put up. I was very not very with it in that video, so I apologize for that. But I'm leaving it up anyway because why not? All right, so thanks, tablet. We needed to hear that. And the dog. There's a dog barking. Anyway, that being said, let's get into some news. So, obviously, we're going to be talking about CV and various things about it, including some disturbing things. So, yeah, keep that in mind. All right, there's the other screen. Tabs are pulled up. And here is a U.S. Army. I'm not sure his rank, to be honest with you, but a member of the U.S. Army is going to tell us about Operation Warp Speed. I'm not going to play through all of this because I don't have 25 minutes to kill, but you can find this. This was posted CBS News on the 19th, so yesterday at the time of this recording.
Distribution centers, boxes are being packed and loaded today. Trucks will begin rolling out tomorrow from FedEx and UPS, delivering vaccines and kits to the American people across the United States. We have begun shipping ancillary kits, including needles, syringes, other supplies that are required to give the shots. For all future shipments of vaccine, we will marry these kits up together and distribute them as we get into our regular cadence. McKesson will leverage the professionals of UPS and FedEx, and we have absolute confidence that these three great companies will deliver vaccines to the American people in a safe and timely manner. Moderna vaccine can be shipped and stored at standard freezer temperatures and is packed in containers of 100 doses each. This allows jurisdictions the flexibility to support hard-to-reach, small, and more rural areas.
Small and more rural areas. Key takeaway from that right there. I believe small and rural areas that are widely not seeing, the effects of what has been going on. There's a lot of rural areas where masks are not required, and in a lot of these places, there's a lot of places you can still go, and it's just like back when it was normal, right? And there's a lot of rural areas like that. So Operation Warp Speed is set to change that for you guys. Anyone who lives out in a very rural area. I live in a semi-rural area, and we are going to start seeing the full effect of their agenda. and they have a name, Operation Warp Speed. So buckle your seat belts because it's going to be a bumpy ride on this ship. All right, more things about the same thing. This was posted by various sources. This is coming from the New York Post. Let me go ahead and make it bigger so we can get the full 30 seconds here and watch what happens. Just minutes, showing the terrifying moments a Tennessee nurse fainted just minutes after receiving the shot. Minutes. So, yeah, that's just one of the side effects being reported. And there's a lot of medical professionals and a lot of medical information that says that it's common for people to get lightheaded and things like that after a vaccine, and this type of thing can be quite common. Um, yeah, yeah. So, for those people, let's go ahead to our next article. Now, this is just from CNBC. The FDA says that Pfizer's vax is safe and effective, but trial participants warn of intense symptoms after a second shot. Now, I was very unaware that they were giving out more than one to individuals. This was published December 8th, 2020. And key points here, I'll just read that. The FDA said its vax trials show that side effects are common, though there are no specific safety concerns identified that would, there's no safety concerns. Trial participants in the studies basically said that there is reason for concern. So I'm going to scroll down here to the point I was reading a little while ago, if I can find it. If Pfizer shot is granted emergency use authorization, or EUA, the immunizations, which are administered in 2 doses about 3 weeks apart, could start as soon as next week. Now, like I said, this was posted, when was this posted? December 8th. So we are already there. They're already starting to do that. They're already giving out more than one of these doses to people. Why would they give more than one? Because personally, I don't understand why it takes 2. Yeah, I mean, the flu vax doesn't take 2. Any other vax, I mean, they do give what they call booster shots to infants, a little while later. But if you have a test to see your immunities, I believe it's called a titer test, you can see that about 5 years after any of these shots, they are very ineffective. And I'll leave that for you to research and look up on your own. So, one Pfizer trial participant told CNBC that after the second shot, he woke up with chills, shaking so hard he cracked a tooth. It hurt to even just lay in my bed, he said. The FDA said that while side effects of the Pfizer vax are common, there are no specific safety concerns. So be prepared for the second round. The Pfizer vax is one of the U.S.-backed candidates in phase 3 trials. They're still in trials while they're passing it out to you. Keep that in mind. Next up is one from U.S. biotech firm, whatever that name is, Moderna, whatever. And we just heard that name from Operation Warp Speed, that they're going to start, passing theirs out. Obviously, these are slightly different. One company is making it differently than the other. Why? Anyway, it has also submitted its EUA application. Both companies have said that taking their vax could result in side effects similar to mild COVID symptoms. Think muscle pain, chills, and headache. No, thank you. Nah, I'm good. When trial participant, that guy's name, first read the 22-page consent form warning of side effects ranging from nothing at all to death, he felt pretty worried, he told CNBC. You have to keep in mind, I joined the trial when we didn't know it was going to be safe or not. he said, a recent college graduate living in Boston. So he's living in Boston. He signed up for it, said, ooh, pick me, pick me. And then, yeah, he was really worried when the side effects ranged all the way up to death. That's a very concerning thing about the side effects. Um, Obviously, from the previous clip, we didn't see muscle pain, chills, or a headache. We seen some lady outright pass out. She blacked out after getting this. Just moments later, the video's going viral, according to various sources. So, let's have a look at my next little thing. My next thing came to my email from a subscriber, and I'm not giving any names or where I got it from. Needless to say, it's downloaded to my computer, and I am going to make it available for anyone else to download through PDF through a Dropbox account. There's going to be a link in the description to click it, and you should be able to download it. Please let me know if that's working so that I know it is, because me and Dropbox don't get along often. So what we're looking at here is the CV Program Interim Playbook for Jurisdiction Operations, coming from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC. So keep that in mind. Jurisdiction operations. They are basically separating different areas into jurisdictions, like FEMA camps would. Yeah, kind of like that. If you've ever done any research or study on FEMA camps, there are FEMA regions and FEMA jurisdictions, and there's a lot of different zones. There's actually a map of this. I'm not going to try to find it right now, but hey. So I'm not going to go into this too much. I will go over a little bit of the table of contents here and tell you, just what it is you'll be reading if you decide to download and read it. So, table of contents, section 1, public health and preparedness planning. What are they preparing us for exactly? Improvement planning and VAX program planning. Section 2 is going to be CV organizational structure and partner involvement, planning and coordinating teams, state and local coordination, tribal nations and tribal communities, meaning the Native American reservations. They are going to start infringing on their rights. CV program implemented committee, blah, 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 related guidance. Anyway, phased approach to CV. That's section 3. Section 4 is critical populations. Who's a critical population? Exactly. I mean, who? Section 5 is CV provider recruitment and enrollment. So they are looking for more people to make it for them. Now, keep in mind this was published October 29th. So they are already implementing all of these things. Already. We can go on into allocation. Section 8, storage and handling. Section 9 is administration, documentation, and reporting. Section 10 is second dose reminders. Second dose reminders. So that's where we're seeing that right now. Section 19, or actually Section 11, requirements for immunization information systems and other external systems. Section 12, CV program communications. There's a lot of things in there. Key audiences. I wonder who the key audience is, because obviously it's not me, because I'm not a very good, I'm a heckler in that audience. I'm the guy who's in the back yelling, I will not comply. That's me. I'm a heckler. So yeah, I'm definitely not your key audience. Regulatory considerations for CV, emergency use authorization fact sheet. All right, so I'm going to go into one of the sections here and just look at it. I haven't done this previous. I've skimmed over it a bit here or there, but I haven't read it in full yet because various reasons. But I would like to go into where was it? I just seen it again. I'll find it. I'm trying to look at what page it's on here. Yeah. Storage and handling. That's not it. Second dose reminders. It was up here somewhere. Believe me, I'll find it. Maybe my brain isn't functioning at 100% right now, but yeah, understanding jurisdictions. That's it right there. 27. So page 27. Let's see if I can scroll down here to page 27. Page 27. Where are you? That's page 20, 21, 28. Okay, I passed it. 27. Here we go. Section 6, understanding jurisdictions for CV administration capacity. Occupational health settings, temporary vax clinics, and closed PODs may particularly be useful for vax of critical infrastructure workers and other select criteria populations early in the CV vax response. When vax supply may be limited, however, one vax supply increases, leveraging a wide variety of potential community CV vax providers and setting essential to providing uh, equitable access to, for all the people in the communities, public health programs should understand their jurisdiction overall. So let's just skip down here a little bit. Important elements to consider in estimating the capacity of the vax. Estimating number of existing vax provider locations in the jurisdiction by type of vax. And population served, adults and children. Don't forget, they want to give it to your kids too. Estimated potential weekly CV vax administration capacity. Estimated vax providers. Somebody is riding a dirt bike right out front. That's loud. Thanks for that. Appreciate it. Yeah. He's just going to sit there and keep revving it up for us, too. Anyway, estimated vax provider participant rate, blah, blah, blah. When assessing vaccine administration capacity, oops, I said the word. Other important factors to consider include storage capacity at any given location, existing administration capacity during seasonal influenza and high vax periods, current staffing levels, routine immunization programs being conducted simultaneously that may affect thought put for CV. Infection control measures. Let's just highlight that, i.e., scheduling, distancing, donning and doffing. I got to look that up. Personal protective equipment, cleaning and sanitation procedures that may slow the vax process. Timing and duration of CV provided participants due to changes in staffing or other resources throughout the response. Clinic closure due to environmental or other factors. So I'd like to highlight that one too. Where did it go? I just lost it there. There it is. Timing and duration for providers due to changes in staffing. A lot of people are quitting their jobs because they're refusing not only to take it, but to give it out. So there's a lot of less people to pass it out to you currently. So this is a win for our side, right? There's a lot of people that just said, no, we're not going to do it. We're not going to do it on both sides. And they just walked out of their jobs and they refused to pass it out. They refused to take it. So that is very encouraging. Jurisdictions should seek input from a variety of CV providers to inform this process. Blah, blah, blah. That's just nothing. Section 7, allocation and all that stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and stop reading this thing because, my brain's not working too well. And like I said, you'll be able to download it. Link is going to be in the description. It's going to be a Dropbox link. Just click it and it should give you the option to download or read it from there. So, good luck with that. Let me know how that works out for you. That's just my phone. I got chimes coming from all sides at this particular moment. So there is one more thing I would like to bring to everyone's attention. This is coming out of Rebel News. This video was posted just hours ago from when I'm recording this. So keep in mind everything we've talked about so far. Operation Warp Speed. We've seen the nurse fainting. We've seen the concerns of side effects going from nothing all the way up to death. We've read a little bit of the CDC's plan for our future. And now we're going to see what happens when we refuse to comply. So I will let this play just for a couple of minutes. I'm not going to show you all 12 minutes. If you want to find this video, please, I encourage you to go over to Rebel News and look at what Rebel News is posting over there, because eventually, and I'm surprised they haven't been already, we're probably going to have to find them on Rumble as well. So let me see if I got the volume up here so you can hear it, and here we go.
You guys just need to Hey, orcs. Oh, she's killing the ground. Oh, shit. Why are you get on the ocean. Ocean.
It was crazy. Like, I was so shocked. Like, I came out here to play hockey and I got arrested for playing hockey. Like, I'm gonna have kids one day. I'm gonna tell my kids that I got arrested for playing hockey. Like, that just sounds nuts. Like, there's murders happening in this world. There's rape. There's sex trafficking. There's all these different things. Like, really bad things that are happening in this world. And we're getting punished to play hockey, playing sports outside.
Yeah.
And like, that's just ridiculous. Like,
So the gist of the story is that the kids were out there, and I guess young adults, teenagers, if you will, were playing hockey. This is coming out of Calgary, Canada, and they did not end up tasering him. He did get arrested for playing hockey. And this is a public skating rink. Canada is known for hockey, right? They have public skating rinks. These guys were just doing what they do every year around this time, going out there, just having some fun, doing what they do. So public rink right there. Now, some locals, from what I gather, had called the police because there were too many of them gathering. Now, the limit apparently on the rink was 10, and they counted 15 people. Now, the gentleman in question here, his name actually was Ocean. He decided to decline being interviewed by the officers, and they declined to, show him any kind of courtesy or grant him any rights whatsoever, and told him if he didn't cooperate, they were going to taser him. As you've seen in the video, they were actually holding a taser to the guy. Yeah, holding a taser to a kid because he was playing hockey with 5 more people than what they recommend being on the rink. This is the world we are living in right now. This is the reality of our situation. So, to everyone, and I'm not knocking this, I agree with you trying. You try, because if you don't try, you won't know if you're going to fail or not. I know from experience, I know from other people's experience that it has failed time and time again. But to anyone who believes that passing out a flyer, writing letters to your congressman, trying to contact senators is going to make any difference whatsoever, I believe you are very naive, extremely naive. I have had reports from subscribers to my own channel being outright attacked from trying to pass out flyers. So I had the intention of doing such a thing, of passing out some of the flyers. I was going to do it. I really was. I was going to do it. After the reports of people being attacked to do it, I didn't really feel the need to go put myself in that type of a situation because of a piece of paper where somebody is just going to refuse to even look at it or take more drastic measures against me because of that, forcing me to outright defend myself with force if that occurred. Sorry for the dirt bike outside. So that's naive. You can listen to Homestead Oss when they had an interview on my channel that they tried that. They tried that. When you can make the claim, well, that's a different country. That's not happening here. Look at Canada. They've tried that. They're being arrested for playing hockey. In Australia, they're being arrested for speaking out against things. In the United States, we are starting to see this very same thing. Now, I don't have the videos of this because those videos are taken down as soon as they go up, but people who are not cooperating, People who refuse to wear a mask are being outright attacked. There's reports of a little old lady in a Walmart store who couldn't wear it because of a medical condition. Somebody tackled her and broke several of her bones because she wasn't wearing it. Tackled her. This is the world we are living in. The time for peaceful measures have ended. All right, that's my opinion. That's how I feel about it. That feeling has been that way for quite a long time, and it's not going to change. It's just not. Peace does not solve anything. Peace has not solved anything in the history of the planet. Look at every time a major change has happened. It was not peacefully. You can find it in your Bible. It was not peacefully. We can bring up the story of Moses. He wanted his people out of there. Did they do it peacefully? Read the story when they wiped out all the firstborn children. Then they wiped out the rest of them who were pursuing them. It's not a peaceful transition. It's not going to be a peaceful transition. And when kids are being arrested and threatened with force for playing games outside, we are not at peace right now. This is not peace. This is not freedom. This has been James of Grim Survival. Thank you for watching. I'm still going to try to do the live stream here in just a little while. Wish me luck. See you next time.